Hey YouTube, Big Boss is back. Kept you waiting, huh? Now, I did try the David Hayter voice before pressing record, but I just sounded like Christian Bale out of Batman, so yeah, no silly voices. But yeah, first set of Big Boss invasions since the DLC came out, and a few new things that I've added to the build. So it's rune level 90 dex build, and the main weapon that I have equipped is the Nagakiba with Sword Dance. I really like Sword Dance because it comes out fast. It's multi-hit, it's really good at closing distance. Sometimes I might use Spinning Slash or Double Slash or Unsheath or Piercing Fang. But really, for me, anything that comes out quickly and is good at closing distance, that tends to be what I like on this weapon. And then what I've used in the past, I have the Misery Cord as a soft swap. Oh, and here's the Fun Police turning up to spoil my fun. Gotta love a blue. Oh god, hits me with a backstab, but sorry mate, it won't be enough. But yeah, I have the Misery Cord with Lightning Infusion, and the reason for that is you get better damage on backstabs with split damage because of the way the crit modifier works. And it's got Vacuum Slice, Ash of War, which is great because it scales with your stats and not your weapon AR, so whichever weapon you put it on does the same damage. And I've always used the Jar Cannon, but I've now switched to Rabbath's Cannon, one of the DLC weapons, which, as you can see, has got tracking, which just makes it, you know, that's just huge for invasions. Just being able to rely on lock-on with the cannon, just get a shot off quickly. You know, that's great. And what I've also added in my offhand is Dryleaf Arts. So, you know, the martial arts weapons, and that gives me a little bit of a CQC, you know, in a Metal Gear Solid style. They're lightning infused too. That's with the Blink Bolt Ash of War. What that does, it just gives you a quick dash. It doesn't give you the follow-up attack that you get on the Death Knight weapons, but you know, it's still pretty cool. I like the lightning infusion just because of the effect you get when you hit your opponent. So you know, not always min-maxing necessarily, just trying to choose stuff that looks cool. So yeah, that was a bit of a chaotic start. So what I normally try and do with the Big Boss build is stealth invasions. So the talismans that I have, I've got the Trick Mirror equipped to make me look like a host, and I've got Concealing Veil so that I can't be seen from distance if I'm crouching, but not really needed here. And you can see again the tracking on the cannon is going to be really useful. So the other talismans that I'll use just kind of depends on the situation, really. So the Dagger Talisman, if I'm trying to get a backstab, you know, that's essential, and I can normally one-shot people if I get them with a backstab. So at rune level 90, my weapons are upgraded to plus 20 regular and plus 8 somber. So that, you know, gives me good damage. Oh, you can see here we've got a bonfire duelist. Not really interested in barring here. Let's just take him out as quickly as possible. So yeah, the Dagger Talisman. This invasion here, I think the host's Phantom had just gone, you know, just left the world and was being resummoned. So I don't think this was a Taunter's Tongue invasion. So I'm creeping up. You know, I haven't been seen, but of course, you know, the host moves at the last minute, so I lose my chance for a backstab, and then the Phantom turns up. So the other talismans that I might use, Shard of Alexander, obviously for weapon arc damage. One of the new talismans from the DLC, Soaring Sting Talisman, to give me extra damage and extra range on the cannon. You know, previously there were two separate talismans in the base game, but having them as one now is really good. And I don't have a lot of poise on the build, so sometimes I'll equip the Bull Goat Talisman. That still only takes me to 56, which is not a lot. I'm not quite sure where the breakpoints are these days, because, you know, changes in the last patch, but all I know is it feels better, you know, trying to do melee combat than not having it. But yeah, this invasion here, because the you know, Phantom had turned up and it was a bit of a scrappy 2v1, so I do what all good invaders do, which is run away. What I'm trying to do is bait them towards me, where that, you know, you've got the Claymon and you've got that big enemy that hangs upside down and shoots gravity spells. But at the moment they're being a little bit conservative. But because I've got the stealth talismans equipped, I can creep up without being seen, and they're only going to see me when I fire the cannon. Again, using the lock-on on the you know, the cannon and relying on the tracking, you know, I'm able to get a couple of hits in, not finish them off. But fair play to the Phantom. You know, a lot of them don't do what they're supposed to do, which is, you know, take one for the team to protect the host. But yeah, this one came out to follow me down the way. But I think, yeah, this time they kind of back off a little bit when I start firing the cannon. My host has come out to play as well. But no, fair play to this host, because a lot of them, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like they don't quite get what they're there to do, which is to defend the host. But you know, it was quite good just trying out the different things on the build. So I'm quite happy with where it is now and the stuff that they added in the DLC. So again, host and Phantom have run away, but Phantom comes back, and now I have to put the cannon away, and it's time for a bit of melee. So what I was trying to do with the Nagakiba and the Dryleaf arts, though here I'm using the Misery Cord and just getting a few punches and kicks in. So the idea would be running R2 with a Nagakiba, get a few punches and kicks in, and then finish them off with Sword Dance. Now it's just down to the host. So I want to finish him off with Dryleaf arts, and this is one of those where I think, look, just don't mess it up. Right, the Phantom's gone. And of course, you know, I take a bit of Moonveil to the face, but you know, I eventually get the job done. Okay, it's good to have Big Boss back. Hope you enjoyed the invasions, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.